the person I resonate with the most in every movie. Don't always judge a book by its cover. Villains can be great parents.
Welcome to our YouTube channel, Characterless. It's a channel where we are going to dive into the fascinating world of character design. Today, we are going to discuss about the darker side of movies, which are character design of villains.
So I don't know whether it's just me, but villains are the person I resonate with the most in every movie. So
Am I sitting with the right person right now? Do you think? Hey, overacting a bit. So the first question which comes to our mind is that what makes a villain character design most iconic throughout the whole movie? It's a very big question for a character design of a villain.
I feel like it's a backstory because every villain has a backstory. So what we usually see is that they're not just born as villains, but some action or some people, those made them, want to take revenge against something that was done to them. So I feel like that backstory just adds on to the strength of each character, and along with that there's obvious the color palettes, the humor, which you really like. Something that really attracts a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because if you see in some of the characters that we will be reviewing today, humor is a very important part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And being a third person, when we are watching the whole story of any person, we feel very sympathetic and we want to support them as much as we can. That is why people love villain more over heroes.
Protagonist, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that I observed as well, that whenever we see a villain, at least maybe as a child we were probably scared of them, but as we grew a little bit, we kind of relate more to them. So that's something that I feel we understand them more, we start to empathize with them, we go through experiences, and sometimes unfortunately that really
Like the
seeing
world changes you.
it does. And hopefully you have not gone through any of those experiences.
I hope so.
Yeah, because they're pretty bad and it's different. It's sometimes different from movies and in real life. So obviously, but having someone to look up to, you feel like you're not alone. So these villains really play a big part in that.
Yeah, and all of these things which we said, the team behind that character design has also thought of, and the way they have incorporated everything into one character, and when very successful in that, he just heads off to them.
Exactly. So a little bit of a reveal now into which characters we're actually going to review, such as, drum roll,
Joker,
Gru from Despicable Me. Okay, wait, which villains are we?
Shall we announce the villain ka list? Yeah, so our first villain is the Gru from Despicable Me, and the second is Maleficent. Okay, Maleficent. No offense, Maleficent.
And the third villain is the Joker. So let's dive into it and let's have a look at their character design.
So we have Gru with us today. Hi Gru, how are you?
So Gru is voiced by a really lovable character. Have you watched The Office?
Yes.
So Michael.
No.
Michael.
Hey Baba, what question are you asking me?
Michael voices Gru.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting fact for anyone out there who didn't know that. Because I was pretty shocked when I heard that, but that just made me kind of understand even more what made this character so iconic.
Yeah.
It's his sarcasm, his sense of humor in being a villain at the start, but making everyone love him. Because he was just so lovable even when he was making his quite villainous acts. So yeah.
And he's a good father. He is a good father. Although the three daughters, he did not. The three daughters did not belong to him, but he.
They were quite a handful
Yeah.
because they all had different personalities, and he had never dealt with children before, but he learned it quite quick, which just goes to say that don't always judge a book by its cover. Villains can be great parents.
As we said before, everyone is having their backstory. He always wears black costume, which represents negativity, and his body shape is like in a triangular form. Like his shoulders are wider, and his waist is, is narrow, which makes a triangular shape.
It's quite exaggerated.
Which represents exaggeration.
And I feel like that exaggeration just kind of, at times it works out, at times it doesn't.
Yeah.
But with Gru, I feel like I really like it how his head almost kind of merges onto his body. There's no neck.
Yeah, there's no neck.
And
the
that-
muffler is hiding it.
Yeah, and that exaggeration of the very thin waist and the broad shoulders. So that just makes him look, even though he's a villain, he literally looks adorable.
Yeah.
Probably even more than his smallest daughter.
Yeah, and also
And she's adorable.
did you see his childhood picture? The group.
Yes.
He used to wear black clothes at that time also. It represents that he was a villain from his childhood only.
Not exactly. Not so you're saying that everyone who wears black clothes is a villain?
No. I'm not saying that. But like everyone is having their own choice, of course. But everyone is having their backstory also. And also that does not mean that like everyone who wears black color is a villain. Like you understanding. But it represents elegance also. It represents innovation, elegance, and which Gru was from his childhood.
He was in the movie a scientist,
Yeah.
and he's a very intelligent. That's another thing. Most of the villains are really, really intelligent.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really like.
So our next iconic villain character from movie Joker is Joker.
So the Joker in his name is Arthur.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, if you've not seen the second Joker movie, he is not the Joker from The Dark Knight. But every Joker movie that's come out, every Joker, Suicide Squad, I didn't really like the Joker in that. I felt like it wasn't right. It didn't really play into what we usually see the Joker as. While I felt like the Joker movie, not the most recent one though,
Yeah.
really portrayed it very well.
Yeah.
So I like how the Joker has this green hair, this vibrant green hair,
Yeah.
and that just, I mean, look at him, he's literally iconic.
He's having red, orange, and green
Color scheme.
color scheme.
Yeah. The color scheme is beautiful.
Red and orange color, it represents suspense. Whereas green color, it represents growth.
Exactly. So I feel like every time anyone looks at the character Joker, they look at every detail in his design. It literally means something or the other.
Yeah.
And that is just something that is really makes a character so great.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just look into it. I like his formal clothing as well, even though it's like a suit. It's so colorful because I don't know if you've seen Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
He wears colorful suits there as well, and that just, I mean, it just creates this unique identity,
Exactly.
and it's just, I mean, that's what makes such great characters.
And his makeover is really, really adorable.
Adorable.
Really appreciable. Like I was saying your language because you like villains now. That is why.
I don't think every villain is adorable.
But
I don't think they
Joker is.
I don't think they would like to be called.
Like the thing is, before makeover, he's really handsome. After makeover, I just felt like he's adorable. That's why I said. Actually, if you see his costume design, it is really fascinating, and it is and he's unpredictable. Like you never know like what he's gonna do next, which his costume colors it tells.
Exactly.
Like I said, that red and orange represents suspension.
I really like his backstory as well because I don't know whether you know this, but he was bullied quite a lot, which is why he decided to become the Joker in a villainous way. He went on a night show and he actually shot someone.
Yeah, like if you see this bully nature, it is really, I never support it because we are sitting between so many people right now, and I feel like out of 100 people, there are half of the population they are being bullied. But yeah, that does not mean that we become villain. We have someone heroic personality which is sitting inside us. We just have to identify. We are going to a next iconic villain character from movie, which is that Maleficent.
Okay, so right into the whole character design of Maleficent. I absolutely love her horns.
Yeah.
They are so well made.
So as we were talking about the Gru, I would like to say the Gru because he is an iconic villain. I just love his nature. Yeah, he's joyous. He has a joyous nature.
He does.
Yeah, he's a villain. He's joyous. So Gru, he was also wearing black color, which represents intelligence, innovation, and many other things. Not only negativity. Yeah, he's a villain, so he's wearing black because it represents negativity. Let's just come over it.
Yeah.
And we'll dive into Maleficent's color palette, which is black,
Also black.
which is also black. And also, if Gru was a good father, Maleficent is also a good mother.
So the way she took care of Aurora, and I mean she took her as her daughter, and her whole, again she has a whole backstory as well.
Yeah.
She was wronged by Aurora's father, yet she did curse Aurora, of course, at the start, but then later she did try to remove it, and the true love's kiss did not come from Prince Charming, but came from Maleficent.
mother.
Right.
Yeah.
So the whole backstory again is what I think makes a great villain. And a great villain does not always mean, it doesn't always need to be negative, because if there's villains like Maleficent or Gru
Or Joker.
or the Joker, then I feel that
Being a villain is a good thing.
yeah,
Sometimes it is necessary to become a good person, and it is necessary to become a villain also, to live in this cruel world where you can be bullied by anyone, where you can be thrown by anyone. You have to become villain like Joker, and you have to take yourself, like you have to give yourself importance.
I feel like whenever they were wronged, they did not just take it. They
Yeah.
actually took actions, and that is something that inspires, I feel, many people who are going through somewhat of the same, obviously not the same exact situation, because
We
that
pray
would
to
be
God.
insane.
Does not happen. Yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But
Fingers crossed.
yeah, I feel like people who are going through similar situations, they kind of just get inspired by it, and they feel like if they can do it, so can we. We can get through.
Yeah.
Maybe not kill anyone, but we can get through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like we have to play a role very nicely, because as a family member also, Gru and Maleficent, they inspire us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even being a villain, as we have said before, they are very family oriented.
Yeah.
They care about their children, they care about people around them. It doesn't mean that they want to just, if you see even the Joker, he hurted those who hurt him.
Yeah.
But the friends who were nice to him, who supported him, he did not hurt them.
And he respected them.
So I believe that has a very strong message. Now if you go into Maleficent's character design, I feel along with her strong backstory, she has a very strong personality, and the actress obviously who plays the part. The costume itself, it just adds on to the overall character,
Yeah.
because she has these very big wings at the start, and we later see that they get cut.
They had big horn then. Yeah. So like if we can see the villain which we have discussed today, do you think that they are representing fear and humor at the same time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like more than at least when I see Gru, I do not feel any fear at all
Yeah.
because of his really cute minions, which is another character design, but they are
We
not.
are going to discuss about minions also.
Maybe in a later video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the minions do become at a point. You remember they become purple.
Yeah. they were really cute.
I had those once at McDonald's right when the movie released. I actually got those toys.
Yeah.
And if you press a button, then their mouth opens wide, and they look so cute. So yeah, I would say that villains don't necessarily need to be negative, but if you see that, you know, the way that Maleficent is portrayed, her personality, her backstory, her costume, it is so well done.
Again, as a third person, we can understand all the stories of villain, and hope you also understand it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope that you love these villains just as much as we did, because I
And
mean,
yeah, and we hope that you love us also as much as you love these villains.
and yeah, take us. So, do you think we are villains?
No, we are not. You are.
Yeah, you're an angel here
Yeah.
in the whole.
But it is not necessary that all angels are good.
I've watched
cannot-
quite a lot of horror movies in which there are angels, and they're scarier than any villain I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
It happens. Then we are going to discuss about those character design in our next video. Hope you'll watch it.
Okay, so bye.
Bye guys. Okay, have a nice day. Sayonara.